3 is now for the transaction of being pursuant to adjournment. All persons having business before this press conference judge needs to be heard. Under James Jones presiding, be seated, no talking.
All right. We are back on the trial matters. State, were you ready with your next witness? Were you ready with your next witness?
30 seconds here. We had some people walk in and we're relaying the same words to them.
All right.
I know, he's.
He was just at the trial.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not.
We're ready. We're ready, Judge.
All right, you want to go and bring it?
That matter anyway. They don't have a lot.
Is it this one or that? Is there a good one?
I was showing a few, it was not.
It's just his.
This one, this one, he's just showing a few.
Sorry, didn't have it there. On the come in my approach, Judge. Figure out that something.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Hope you all rested well. We do appear to have a little bit more air conditioning today, so hopefully it'll be a little bit more comfortable for you all. We're going to go ahead and jump right back into things. State, are you ready with your next witness?
Desmond Mills Jr.
Sir, do solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you give today will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God. All right, come have a seat, sir.
Let's start with your name,
Desmond Mills,
and can you spell it for the benefit of the court reporter?
Desmondmills.
And Mr. Mills, first, you understand, or do you understand, that you are charged in this case, in this indictment?
Yes,
That you are charged with murder, second degree, with aggravated kidnapping, aggravated assault, official misconduct, and official oppression.
yes,
Are you also charged in federal court?
yes,
Have you entered a guilty plea in federal court? Have you been told that your sentence will be set by a federal judge?
yes,
And it will be set at a sentencing hearing in front of that federal judge in federal court. Is that correct?
yes,
The charges that you have pled guilty to in federal court, the maximum sentences are life sentences. Is that correct?
yes,
Have you been told that your truth will be taken into the truthful testimony, that telling the truth will be taken into consideration at your federal sentencing?
yes,
Are you hoping that by telling the truth, that will be taken into consideration at your federal sentencing?
yes,
Have you been told that if you are truthful, that the federal government has put a cap on what they would ask the federal judge to sentence you to?
yes,
And have you been told that the highest number that the federal government will ask for you to be sentenced to is 15 years in federal prison?
yes,
But have you also been told that ultimately it is the federal judge that will set your sentence and not the federal government, not those attorneys?
yes,
Do you understand that the federal judge could give you life sentences?
yes,
Do you understand the federal judge could also ignore the recommendation of 15 years and give you less than that?
yes,
Theoretically, the federal judge could even give you supervised release
yes,
or a prison sentence up to life in federal prison.
yes,
Do you understand how important it is that you tell the truth?
yes,
Have you come here today to tell the truth?
yes,
Let me pass you this document and ask you if you recognize it.
yes, I do.
Is that also the agreement you have with the state prosecutors on your case?
Yes,
And have you signed that document
yes,
along with your attorneys?
yes,
We can have that introduced as a state 6 number exhibit. Yeah.
memorandum of understanding. Mr. Mills, I can give it for.
I publishes the jury by reading it. Mr. Mills, listen, okay?
Okay.
This is a memorandum of understanding that's entered into by the parties, the state of Tennessee, the district attorney, and the defendant Desmond Mills, represented by his attorney Blake Bowman. This memorandum is intended as a binding agreement between the parties, and at the appropriate time will be filed with the court in this indictment 2300241. It will, consistent with the state's ethical obligations, be made known to co-defendants' counsels. Acceptance of responsibility and acknowledgement of conduct. Defendant Desmond Mills wishes to take responsibility for his role in the beating and death of Tyre Nichols, and fully acknowledges that his conduct and the conduct of his co-defendants was improper, excessive, and criminal. He acknowledges that Tyre Nichols was improperly beaten, then restrained, and that he and his co-defendants then covered up their criminal conduct by, among other things, lying to first responders and to MPD personnel about the true nature of their contact with Tyre Nichols and the nature of his injuries. Defendant Mills acknowledges that these actions resulted in Tyre Nichols' death. Requirement to provide complete and honest testimony and cooperation. Defendant Mills agrees to cooperate and provide truthful testimony in any and all federal and state proceedings related to this matter or related investigations, including civil rights investigations by the United States Department of Justice. This extends to any interviews requested by federal or state prosecutors and investigators, as well as trial testimony. Defendant Mills must tell the truth at all times and not knowingly withhold any material information. Guilty plea and sentencing. Defendant Mills will enter guilty pleas in federal court to offenses charged in federal indictment 23 CR 20191/MSN, and when appropriate, will also enter guilty pleas in state court to offenses charged in indictment 2300214. He will be sentenced in federal court first. The federal court judge will determine his sentence. After federal sentencing, he will enter guilty pleas in state court. Agreement by the state. The state of Tennessee agrees that upon fulfillment of the above conditions, that it will agree to a guilty plea that provides for a state sentence that will be served concurrent. Do you know what concurrent means?
Yes.
It means at the same time, is that right?
Yes.
That we will agree to a state sentence that will be served concurrent with and will not exceed defendant Mills' federal sentence. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Furthermore, any period of incarceration shall be served in the Federal Bureau of Prisons.
Yeah.
So you have an agreement in federal court in which you have pled guilty. Is that correct?
Yes.
With a federal judge to set your sentencing.
Yes.
A recommendation by the United States Attorney's Office not to ask for a sentence in excess of 15 years of incarceration.
Yes.
Correct?
Correct.
But a federal judge able to sentence you all the way from supervised release to life.
Yes.
Correct?
Correct.
And you also have an agreement in state court. Tell the truth. And your state sentence will run at the same time as whatever federal sentence you get. Is that correct?
Correct.
And when you're sent to prison, that you will go to prison in a federal prison and not a state prison.
Yes.
You and I have met how many times?
Twice.
Only twice. Total amount of time we spend with each other?
Not an hour.
Less than, did you say not an hour?
Not an hour. No.
Not an hour, so less than an hour.
Yes.
Have I told you there's two most important things?
Yes.
I tell you it was to listen to me and for me to listen to you.
Yep.
And for you to do what?
Tell the truth.
Tell the truth. Do you understand that the agreement that you have in federal court, that the agreement you have in state court, that what a federal judge will take into account is whether or not you tell the truth?
Yes.
Tell us where you're from, Mr. Mills.
I'm from Connecticut.
And you're you were born in Connecticut?
Yes, I was born in Connecticut.
Parents from somewhere else though?
Yes, my parents are from Jamaica.
And when you say Jamaica and when you say some other words, we can hear it.
Oh, yes.
So you have a little bit of a Jamaican accent with regard to some words.
Yes, I've been told that, yes.
Okay. Grew up in Connecticut.
Yes.
Did you go to high school?
Yes, I did.
Did you graduate high school?
Yes, I did.
All right. In Connecticut?
Yes.
All right. What did you do after that?
I went to college.
Where'd you go to college?
I went to college at West Virginia State University.
What did you do in college?
I played football and I graduated.
Very good. What did you do after that?
And then I started my career in law enforcement. I was a correctional officer first. I was a correctional officer first, and then for about 3 years, and then so I moved to Tennessee. I did corrections for about 2 years before I joined MPD.
What brought you to Tennessee?
Corrections at first. I was chasing a career in correction, then I switched to police officer.
When you came to Tennessee, did you bring your family with you, or?
I got married, and then we started our family in Tennessee.
Do you have children?
Yes, I do.
How many children do you have?
3.
How old are they?
7, 5, 4.
Boys and girls?
2 girls, 1 boy.
After corrections, you joined the Memphis Police Department?
Yes, I did.
And how long were you with the Memphis Police Department?
6 years. 6 years.
Where all were you assigned in those 6 years?
Rains Precinct, Ridgeway Precinct, and then OCU.
Most officers in the force are assigned to precincts, right?
Yes.
Riding around in cars, responding to 911 calls, traffic enforcement, all sorts of things.
Yes.
And then you went to OCU, which is the Organized Crime Unit, is that right?
Yes.
And that is more of a specialized group, is that right?
Yes, it is.
Organized Crime Unit is actually a large umbrella where there is device team, where there is drug enforcement teams, where there are fugitive apprehension teams. It's a large umbrella, is that right?
Yes, it is.
Where in particular in the Organized Crime Unit did you go?
To the Scorpion team.
All right, and what were the responsibilities of the Scorpion team?
We were sent to areas where high, a lot of crime, violent crimes. They would they come from the top. They'll send us there, and it's like a zero tolerance policy. They really wanted. They want the drugs, money, cars, and guns. That's what they want.
So rather than being assigned to a particular area like you are in a precinct, you're part of this team where you're sent to certain areas. Is that right?
Yes.
And these would be high crime areas?
Yes.
One night you could be in South Memphis?
Yes.
One night you could be in North Memphis?
Correct.
One night you could be in Hickory Hill or whatever it is.
Yes.
And your responsibilities on those nights, you said zero tolerance, is to saturate that neighborhood. Is that correct?
Correct.
Zero tolerance, does that mean making a lot of traffic stops? Or what does it mean?
No,
to
I'm
you?
trying to think the best way to say it. Enforce all crime, misdemeanor or felony, I would
Okay.
say.
And what did that amount to in practice though? So what were y'all, sort of doing on those nights? Let's say you're sent to South Memphis and told do a zero tolerance in South Memphis. What are you actually physically doing?
We're physically doing the Scorpion team. We would do traffic stops. That was the Scorpion team. That's what we did, because the drug teams, they did their more on investigations and they had informants and stuff like that. Our team, our office was the car, so we would make traffic stops and use the traffic stops to find a family amount of drugs. That's what they wanted. And when you had a family amount of drugs, then you get to seize the car, and if they got money, seize the money as well. And then they wanted guns, because guns always looks good taken off the street.
And when you say they, do you mean leadership?
Yes, leadership.
So y'all are given a directive, go to a particular neighborhood. Is that correct?
Yes,
Do zero tolerance. Is that correct?
yes,
That means a lot of traffic stops.
yes,
And the idea is seize drugs and guns and money
yes,
and stolen cars
yes.
or cars.
Yeah, cars, yes.
And how long were you with the Scorpion team?
I'd say around COVID time. Around that time.
So COVID started around
Can't remember. I think
maybe
it's 2020.
2020 or something. Would you have been in the Scorpion team as much as 3 years? Or?
I think so, around there. Or possible.
So had you been on the Scorpion team for a good amount of time?
Yes.
On this Scorpion team, I'm going to say some names and tell me whether or not you know who these people are, okay?
Okay.
Emmitt Martin,
Yes, I know they are.
was he on the Scorpion team with you?
Yes.
Demetrius Haley,
Yes.
Tadarrius Bean,
Yes.
Justin Smith,
Yes.
Preston Hemphill,
Yes.
January 7th of 2023. Okay,
Okay.
tell me about that night.
All right. I was working Scorpion unit, and me and Bean, we had someone under arrest for a traffic stop violation.
Let me interrupt you real quick. When you say Bean, do you mean Tadarrius Bean?
Yes.
You see him in the courtroom today.
Yes, I do.
Can you point him out and tell me what he's wearing and where he's seated?
It's a navy blue suit, blue tie, blue shirt.
I think he nodded at you, but what seat is Mr. Bean in?
He's sitting beside Smith.
All right, Mr. Smith is in number one, in the seat number one.
Okay, so
Mr. Bean is number two.
yes, number 2 seat.
All right, so you're with Mr. Bean.
Yes. We conducted a traffic stop. We had someone under arrest, and the suspect at the time was handcuffed in the backseat of my car. I was driving. Bean was driving alongside with me.
All right, so let me stop you. What area of town are you in?
We are in Ridgeway area. East
Okay,
Memphis.
tell this jury's not from Memphis. Okay,
Okay.
so is that downtown?
No, that's East Memphis.
Okay, East Memphis. And are you familiar with sort of a large neighborhood? Neighborhood's not the right word. Area of Memphis called Hickory Hill.
Yes.
Ridgeway is part of Hickory Hill.
Yes.
All right. And what are there businesses in Hickory Hill?
Yes, a lot of business.
And there's places to eat. Right.
Yes.
And there's also neighborhoods with residential houses.
Yes.
And is this the area that y'all have been sent to that night?
Yes.
Go ahead.
And where He was handcuffed in the backseat of my car, and then right before me and Bean were about to search his vehicle, we heard on the radio an officer keyed up said they had one to resist. He's been pepper sprayed and tased, and now he's running.
All right, so someone has resisted,
Yes.
pepper sprayed and tased and running.
Yes.
Okay.
And naturally, when you hear that come across the radio as an officer, you're supposed to go and help your fellow officers because you don't know what's going on over there. So when we heard it, we released the guy we had. It was just a minor offense. And we got into my car, and then we drove to the area where the location that they put out. And when we got over there, the stop was Ross and Rains. Traffic stop was Ross and Rains. And
How far away from Ross and Rains were y'all? Or how long did it take you? I'm not really asking for, I don't care about the distance.
it wasn't too far, maybe a mile and a half or two far.
Okay.
It wasn't too far. And we got there, they said that Mr. Nichols went southbound on Ross. So I turned down Ross, me and Bean, we start driving down Ross, took a first left, and it was a residential neighborhood. And we drove all around the neighborhood, and we didn't see Mr. Nichols. And when I pulled out to continue to go southbound on Ross, as I was driving, I just looked in my rearview mirror, and then I saw Mr. Nichols just like appear right there in the road. And I said, Bean, I think that's him. I turned around, and I said, hey, what was the description of Mr. Nichols? He said it, and then we rolled the window down to talk to him. And as soon as he said, hey, Mr. Nichols took off running, and that's when Bean got in the car first. He started chasing him.
And would it be fair, let me interrupt you, would it be fair to say that whatever description you all were given of Mr. Nichols, did that person match that description?
Yes, and he was wiping his face. And he was wiping his face, I think with a shirt or something. And so Bean took off running. I got out of the car. I started running. And I turned back because I forgot to lock the car. I locked the car, and then by the time I turned around, I didn't see Bean or Mr. Nichols no more. So I just started running, and then I seen when they went up another street. I don't know the name of that street. And then that's when I saw Bean again, Mr. Nichols, and I seen it was Smith's car. And then there was some residents outside, and I asked them, what's the name of the street? Because I didn't know where I was. They gave me the name of the street, and then I put it on dispatch, and then I ran up with the rest of the other, with Bean, Smith, and Mr. Nichols.
So put it on dispatch, mean you said on the radio where y'all were at?
Yes. So radio. And then I ran up there, and I immediately pepper sprayed him.
Well, when you run up there, what do you see? Who's doing what?
I see Dean and Smith. They're holding Mr. Nichols.
Is Mr. Nichols standing up or is he on the ground?
He was on the ground. He was on the ground.
Okay.
I think he was on the ground. And I pulled out the pepper spray, and I sprayed again. And I sprayed him 2 times. It wasn't working. And the third time I tried to
Did you say it wasn't working or wasn't worth it? I couldn't hear you.
No, I sprayed and it just wasn't working.
Wasn't working?
Yeah, it wasn't working. And then I sprayed the third time, and the third time I sprayed myself. And then when I sprayed myself, I backed away from Miss Nichols, Bean, and Smith, and I was trying to collect my thoughts, because when you get sprayed, you really can't see that. You can't see it.
Had you been sprayed directly in the eyes?
Yes, I sprayed myself directly in the eye, and I backed away. I was trying to collect myself, and then at that time it was Bean, Smith, and I believe Martin was there now.
And let me interrupt you because we did this with Mr. Bean. We need to do it with everybody. I think you've already identified him, but can you tell me where Mr. Smith is seated in the courtroom?
Seat 1.
The record could reflect he's identified Justice
So reflected.
Smith and Bean and Emmitt Martin.
Yes.
So at this point, it is those three. Is Mr. Nichols still on the ground?
Yes. Hands, and because I sprayed myself, I became angry, and I used my baton. I pulled my baton out, and I approached.
Now, talking to you right now in this courtroom, you seem pretty mild mannered. How angry did you become?
I pulled the baton out. I sprayed myself, so I couldn't see, and it made me angry.
Okay, what you did?
And then I pulled the baton out, and I approached Mr. Nichols, and I told him, I said I was gonna effing baton you, and I told the officers who were in the way to move. I said move, and then I used the baton on Mr. Nichols 3 times on his right arm, and then I stopped. And
Now, had you been trained in the use of this baton?
yes,
Now, with regard just to the physical way in which you struck Mr. Nichols, just in regard to where you struck Mr. Nichols, was that consistent with your training?
yes, it was.
Okay. As part of your training, were you trained when to use the baton and when not to?
Yes.
Are you supposed to use it because you're angry at somebody?
No.
You struck him 3 times where?
On his right arm.
Did he react to that?
No.
Physically, where is he at when you're striking him?
He had right arm was on the ground and the left arm was up, and he kind of was like a knee in the ground, maybe I would say.
Okay, so sort of half up, half down.
Yes.
Were Bean and Smith still there with him?
I think it was Smith was holding his arm at that time.
Was Bean still there?
Yeah, he was still in the area.
Now, when you had collected yourself, did you know that Emmitt Martin had soccer kicked him to the head?
No.
Did you know that Emmitt Martin had kicked him even a second time to the head?
No.
Did you know that when he soccer kicked him both times that Bean and Smith were there holding him down?
No, I didn't learn the kicks until I watched the video.
And what video are you talking about?
The incident with Mr. Nichols.
I understand the incident, but which video? Do you understand what I'm asking?
The Sky Cop camera. I think it is.
Skycap camera. Now, you had a body camera on, is that correct?
Yes.
And some of the others had body cameras on, is that correct? Or do you know?
We are supposed to.
All supposed to.
Yes.
Some did.
I didn't hear that.
Some did. Some did have body cameras on.
Yeah, I think yes. I think we are.
The Skycop camera is something different, though. Is that right?
Yes.
When did you find out that that skycop camera that's up there on the pole, when did you find out that was there?
When I got back to the office that night.
Afterwards?
Yes, afterwards.
So you didn't know it was there at the time?
No.
Tell us about after the 3 baton strikes.
After that, I stopped, and then the pepper spray just reactivated itself again. Until you wash it out, it keeps activating on and off. And I was just standing there, and then my eyes were shut, and I heard the thump sound. And I heard after the second one, that's when I peeked with my eyes open, and I looked over, and I seen Martin was punching Mr. Nichols.
Did you see what Mr. Bean and Mr. Smith were doing?
They were just holding his hand, holding his arm.
Was Tyre standing?
Yes, he's standing at this point, yes.
Was Mr. Bean on one hand and Mr. Smith on the other?
Yes.
And Mr. Martin was hitting
Yes.
hard?
Yes. And after I peeked and looked, I was wondering, so why is he punching him? And then I didn't want to look no more because it didn't look good. And
You said it doesn't look good. What do you mean? I'm gonna effing baton you. Is that correct?
yes,
Did you hear anybody else there make any threats?
no, I can't recall. No.
Did you ever hear anybody there say hit him?
When I watched the video, that's when I heard the hit him.
And we're gonna watch the videos, so that's probably the appropriate time, I guess, for me to ask you about that.
Okay.
Hit him. Mr. Bean said that his side. What happens next?
I believe after when I couldn't look no more, and then after that, I believe that's when he was taken into custody.
Now, you're not a small man. Would you agree with me?
I agree.
Is Mr. Martin bigger than you?
Just taller.
Just taller.
Yes.
Who is the smallest person out there that night?
Officer or anybody?
Anybody?
Mr. Nichols.
Mr. Nichols? Did you ever see Mr. Nichols throw a punch?
No.
Did you ever see Mr. Nichols try to karate kick anybody?
No.
Did you ever see Mr. Nichols produce a weapon?
No.
When you said that what you saw Mr. Martin doing with Mr. Bean and Mr. Smith at his side, when you said it was wrong, well, you're doing something wrong right then too, aren't you?
Yes.
What's your duty as a police officer when you see something like that?
Stop, Mr. Martin.
You gotta try to stop it, don't you?
Yes.
You take an oath to be a police officer, don't you?
Yes.
You understand that you have a duty to intervene,
Yes.
even if that means intervening with your fellow officers when you see excessive force. Does that right?
Yes.
Each and every one of you officers out there had a duty to intervene, didn't you?
Yes.
Did you ever say, stop?
No.
Do you regret that?
Yes.
Did you ever try to get yourself in between Mr. Martin and Tyre and, whoa, we got this. We got this. We got this. You ever try to do that?
No.
Do you regret that?
Yes.
Did you ever see Mr. Bean or Mr. Smith? We got this. We got this. Stop.
No.
Did you ever see any of those officers out there do that?
No.
Instead, it just kept going.
Yes.
You said he was taken into custody. You meant that he was brought to the ground?
That he had both handcuffs on.
At this point, a bunch of people on top of him?
No, I don't. I can see the video again, but I don't recall.
Okay, do you remember how many people were physically, taking him into custody at that time?
No, I don't.
Did you ever physically touch Tyre Nichols?
Yes, I did.
When did you touch him?
When I used the baton.
I got that. So when you struck him with a baton 3 times, but did you ever handle him?
No.
Did you ever hold him up?
No.
Did you ever press him down on the ground?
No.
But you batoned him 3 times.
Yes.
After he is, I'm going to use your phrase, taken into custody, okay? Do you see Defendant Haley arrive?
I saw him arrive when I watched my camera.
Okay, so at that time, you do not remember seeing Defendant Haley?
No.
Okay. But later, when you watch your body-worn camera, you see Defendant Haley?
Yes.
We will watch it. With the appropriate time, I'll ask you about that, okay?
Okay.
Tell me what happens next.
So after he was taken in custody, he was propped up against someone's car. And I yelled, hey. I said, hey, like, look at him. And then I believe Smith said to the fire department, he said, bag him.
Does that mean something about like oxygen, did oxygen to him or something?
I don't know what it means. I just know Smith went to EMT or paramedic school, something, but he did that. So I would say that Smith would know better what EMT paramedic should do than I would do.
Gotcha. While paramedics doing whatever they're doing, we'll see it for ourselves, on the video. While he's doing what he's doing, and Smith's saying whatever, are you telling these paramedics, man, look at his head. He got hit a lot really hard in his head.
No, I didn't tell the paramedics anything.
What happens? Tyre's at the car on the ground.
And then so now paramedics are now they're working on him, like they're doing their paramedic stuff with him, and we find out he's going to be transported to the hospital. Our lieutenant made scene.
Is his name Dwayne Smith?
Yes.
Now, while this paramedic stuff is going on with Mr. Nichols, are you having conversations with these defendants? With Defendant Martin and with Defendant Smith and Defendant Bean and Defendant Haley?
Yes.
What's the substance of those conversations?
I kept asking Martin what happened, like why you stopped him and how did we get over here and how did we get to this, because I was in disbelief on how Mr. Nichols looked. Normally as a police officer, I respond to someone looks like that. I've never been part of something when someone looks like that. So I kept asking Martin over and over.
How to get to this?
Yes, how to get to this, why he stopped him, what did he do, what did he have. I kept asking him.
Well, you had part of the answer of how it got to this like this is your anger.
Yes.
At some point in these conversations, we'll watch it on the body cam, so I'm not gonna ask you exactly what everybody said, okay?
Okay.
But did some of these defendants make statements about hitting Mr. Nichols?
Yes.
Did they make statements about everybody was rocking them or whatever?
Yes. If I listen to the video, I can tell you better.
Is there a point in the video where we're gonna see one of the defendants, we'll have you describe it when we see it, makes a motion about taking your body camera off?
Yes.
What is that about?
That was Martin, and he was telling me to take my camera off because he wanted to tell me something so the camera wouldn't catch it.
And we'll be able to see that on the body cam, is that right?
Yes.
Mr. Nichols is against this car. Y'all are having the conversations y'all are having. Is Mr. Nichols ultimately transported away?
Yes, he is.
Tell me about that.
He went to the hospital. Me and Bean went with him. Bean was riding in the ambulance, and I was following behind. We got to the hospital, and
When you were following the ambulance, were you aware of how critical Mr. Nichols' condition was?
yes, I called Bean as we were driving, and he said they're performing CPR.
As in his heart stopped?
Or if that's for CPR, yes.
Do you want Mr. Nichols to die?
No, I do not. I did not.
That'd be real bad. Is that right?
Correct.
You're following to the hospital, Bean's riding in the ambulance. What happens?
Get to the hospital, and then they bring him inside of one of the rooms, and the doctors and nurses, they're working on him, and me and Bean was sitting outside the room.
Y'all actually go into the hospital.
Yes.
How long do you stay in the hospital?
We were there for a long time. I believe a long time. Yeah.
Did y'all leave that night?
Yes.
When y'all left, was Mr. Nichols still alive?
Yes.
When you left, the car,
It was quiet more so.
it was quiet.
Yeah.
Probably pretty sober.
Yes.
Did you have a conversation that night with Mr. Haley?
Yes, I did.
How did that conversation happen?
When I was leaving the hospital, Mr. Haley kept calling my phone, and when I spoke with him, he asked me if I seen him on my body camera doing anything.
Mr. Haley asked you if you could see your body cam and see whether or not Mr. Haley was doing anything.
Yes.
Okay.
And then that's when I watched it real quick to see where he's on there, and I told him that I only see him running up on my body camera when I was walking away.
And did Mr. Haley at that point make any statement to you about kicking Mr. Nichols?
No.
Could you see Mr. Haley on your body cam kick Mr. Nichols?
No.
When did you become aware that Mr. Haley kicked Mr. Nichols?
When I think it was after internal affairs interview. Yeah.
Y'all have to speak with internal affairs, is that right?
Yes.
Y'all have to fill out forms about like what type of physical contact you had with Mr. Nichols, is that right?
Yes.
And do y'all do those things that night?
Yes.
And that night, do you tell the truth and say, I batoned Mr. Nichols for no reason other than I was angry?
No.
Do you tell the truth and say, while Bean and Smith stood at his arms, Mr. Martin punched him and punched him and punched him, and I could hear the thuds, and I thought this was wrong?
No.
Did you tell him that I, just like everybody else there, had a duty to intervene, but we didn't do it?
Yeah. Well, I'm to the lady. He can ask his question on what he said that night.
What did you tell him?
Well, the blue team is a form, like you said.
You called the blue team, is that right?
Yeah, so when you use of force, the form name was called blue team. And on the blue team, I put the use of force that I use. You put what you use. I did what I did.
And you didn't put that other stuff.
No, I didn't put none. No, I didn't put what I saw.
Do you even make a comment at some point that this was all by the book?
Yes, I said that on the scene. My lieutenant arrived.
And was that a truthful statement or an untruthful statement?
Untruthful statement.
Why would you make an untruthful statement about what y'all did that night?
It was just trying to. I knew it was a bad situation. I'm just trying to make it seem better.
Were you trying to get yourself out of trouble?
Yes.
Were you trying to keep your fellow police officers out of trouble?
More so me.
Or so you?
More so me.
Did you know how bad it was yet?
I knew it was real bad when we was out there because I was praying for him when I was out there. I knew that.
Did you know they had that Skycop camera video yet?
No, not till I got back to the office.
We've mentioned Mr. Haley a couple times. Can you point him out in the courtroom and tell us where he's seated?
Would that be C4?
C4, okay. So Mr. Smith, Mr. Bean, and then Mr. Haley, is that correct?
Yeah, yes.
The record could reflect that, identify Mr. Haley.
So reflected.
Or at some point, did you find out the TBI was investigating this matter?
Yes.
And were y'all asked to come have pictures taken of y'all that night?
Yes.
And we'll do these one by one. Tell me who is this?
This is me?
And is that what you're wearing that night?
Yes, it was.
All right, that could be marked as say so somebody, so just pictures of them that night. If we could just go ahead and publish them while we go, Judge. Let's pass this. You tell me who's in this next picture?
This is Bean.
In fact, marked as State Sex Number Exhibit.
We'll show a picture of Mr. Bean as Exhibit 6.
Martin.
Next on the exhibit. Huh?
Show a photo of Mr. Martin as Exhibit 7.
Haley.
Next on the exhibit. Huh?
Show a photo of Mr. Haley as Exhibit 8.
This is a set of 2 photographs. The second photograph is of this defendant's shoes. It's not alleged this defendant kicked the victim, but the shoes are very distinctive on the video and make it easy to follow this defendant on the video.
Judge, we'll stipulate those are Justin Smith's shoes.
Smith.
We'll show the 2-page of the Mr. Smith and his shoes as Exhibit 9.
As they return the exhibits after it goes all the way through, I can give Mr. Mills his pen and just have him write their names on each picture.
Okay. Oh, sure.
While we're waiting, there's one more. We're gonna watch some body cam later of the stop. Tell me who this officer is.
Hempill?
Was Hempill on the Scorpion team with y'all?
Yes, he was.
You want to give it?
We'll show Exhibit 10, this is a photo of Mr.
My procedure. Oh, I'm sorry. I just did. I'll pass you this and ask you if you recognize this, Mr. Mills.
Yes.
And what is that?
This is the traffic stop. Incident started. This is where it finished.
That's a map, is that right?
Yes.
And on it, you can see the location where there was the traffic stop, is that right?
Yes.
And is that Ross and Rains?
Yes.
That's where you drove in response to this call about a man had been tased and pepper sprayed.
Yes.
And you were directed to go a certain direction, is that right?
Yes.
And is that the neighborhood? And that neighborhood's pictured on the map, is that right?
Yes.
The location where this crime happened, is that correct?
Yes.
And then there's another house on that map. It's also on Castlegate, is that right?
Yes.
What is that house that's on Castlegate? What is that location?
Mr. Nichols' house.
Mr. Nichols' house. And did you have occasion to go to Mr. Nichols' house that night?
Yes, I did.
When was that?
When my lieutenant made the scene.
We heard that Mr. Nichols is against the car laying on the ground. Is that right?
Yes.
There's paramedics. Is that right?
Yes.
Y'all are discussing things with each other. Is that right?
Yes.
Your lieutenant makes a scene eventually. Is that correct?
Yes.
And do you and your lieutenant go anywhere briefly?
Yes.
Where do y'all go?
To Mr. Nichols' house.
And was it a short walk?
Yes.
And were y'all able to speak to anybody there?
Yes.
Was that Mr. Nichols' mom?
Yes.
Was it you or Mr. Lieutenant Smith was actually speaking with?
Lieutenant
Mom?
Smith.
Were you sort of hanging in the back of it?
Yes.
We can have that marked as states next number. These over.
You want to do marking on this now?
No, I think we're gonna be able to show this one on the projector.
Show the aerial photo as exhibit 11.
Thank you. Becky. attorneys and technologies. It's just not good. All right, what area of town is this, Detective Mills?
East Memphis.
All right, and this is East Memphis. We call the general sort of area Hickory Hill, is that right?
Yes.
And I guess it's obvious, but this is just for the record. Is this in Memphis, Tennessee,
Yes.
and in Shelby County, Tennessee?
Yes.
All these locations that we're talking about where the incident occurred are in Memphis and Shelby County, Tennessee?
Yes.
Ross and Rains. Is it these two fairly major streets?
Yes.
And what occurred at that location?
A traffic stop.
Okay. So this is initial traffic stop here. Let's ignore this for the time being. Location here says Castlegate and Bear Creek, is that correct?
Yes.
What happens there?
That's when I became involved.
That's when you became involved.
Yes.
Is that the location where Mr. Nichols was beaten?
Yes.
And then just shortly down from that is 6743 Castlegate Lane, is that? And less than a mile of each other?
Yes.
Okay, so we're talking short distances here.
Yes. Yes.
We skip for the time being, but let's, I have told you that there is a second pole camera in this neighborhood. Is that second skycop camera in this neighborhood? Is that correct?
Yes.
And it is here at 6705 Ross Ridge. And we'll watch some quick pole cam video of that here in a minute. There's also a camera symbol where you said the incident occurred, where Mr. Nichols was beaten. That's because there's a skycop camera there. And we'll watch obviously that video again here shortly. We're going to start with one of the pre-emitted videos, Your Honor, the video of the traffic stop at Ross and Rains.
Well, that's getting set up now. The attorney's approved.
What the fuck did we take a sidebar for? What the fuck happened? We was just viewing the map and now all of a sudden we on sidebar. What the fuck? So what y'all think so far today with his testimony so far? Cash, that shit real. I didn't believe it until somebody told me about the shit, and I was like, I don't know how to feel about this either. Because I see what the defense is doing. They're absolutely throwing these two under the bus and basically making it seem like they did all of the bullshit when, nah, all five of y'all did bogus ass shit and all five of y'all should be held responsible. But I see what the defense is doing. They're absolutely trying to throw this shit off on them too.
As the court knows, there was a stipulation of fact at the start of this trial that pre-admits certain videos. We're going to play the video from the traffic stop at Ross and Rains. This will be the body-worn camera of Preston Hinkville. If you could stop it real quick. Mr. Mills, you've testified that you were not present at this scene. Is that correct?
Correct.
So because of that, I am not going to ask you to narrate the video and describe what's going on. You weren't there. Okay? But I am going to ask you who is who. Okay, so you can identify for the jury at least who is who. Okay? But they don't have sound for the first minute or so.
Yes.
We stopped it because it's better quality than that. Something about the TVs. Approach. Check the TV audio. Does this appear to be Preston Hinkville's body cam?
Yeah.
Speak up a little bit for me.
Yes.
see the hands there?
Yes,
So whose hands are those?
that's Hemphill.
Okay. And you see the car there? Whose car is that?
Mr. Nichols' car.
Mr. Nichols' car. Can you stay right there? Can you tell who that is at Mr. Nichols' door there?
That's Martin.
Place him on.
Where Rains and Ross. St. Louis and Floyd. Suspect is running down Ross. Young male, black, slim build, blue jeans, and a hoodie. Sat down on Ross. Where we last saw her. Mother. Yes. Right, hang on.
Who is that?
Haley.
Haley, okay. Hemphill's body cam, so Hemphill talking to Haley, is that
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
And we're not gonna rewind. If we go back to sort of the chaos that we saw, could you hear Haley's voice?
Yes, I can.
Okay, could you hear Martin's voice?
Yes.
And could you hear Hemphill's voice?
Yes.
And the man on the ground, was that Mr. Nichols?
Yes.
One of the prompts hit the back, sir. All right, your car's right in front of you. This my car got for a while. All right, hang on. Where's your water? Okay, I got you. Get water? Here. Right here. Negative 2938. Why are my damn glasses in? Huh?
Who is that?
Haley.
You say Haley?
Yes. Haley.
That back in? Yeah. I can't subject shit to my glasses. What are you fighting me? Negative, we saw him running down rocks.
What did you want?
Yeah. What's up? Right eye. All right, ready? Go. Right eye. That way.
Who was that?
Smith.
Okay, I gotta find my glasses and get this damn taser downloaded. Wait,
Could you tell whose voice that was there?
That was Smith.
Smith on the radio?
Yes.
like a camouflage jacket, like with orange, green, and red, no bob head, swim
Whose voice is that? Could you tell?
Martin.
Okay.
He feels that far. When I figured you could also read for my taser.
When people are talking like that and they say numbers at the start, what is that about?
The numbers are the officer's call number.
Okay.
Yeah, so every number
has like a car number.
Yes, everyone's assigned a number.
All right. So do you say whatever your car number is first, and you say what you're going to say?
Yes.
Is that how that works?
I can't remember.
What's that?
I don't remember.
You don't remember if that's what they did or not?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Okay. But if somebody wants to talk, if somebody's talking on the radio, they would say their car number so people would know who's talking.
He said call number, not card number.
Oh, I'm sorry. Call number?
Yeah, you're talking about the numbers that they're calling. The numbers are assigned to officers.
I got you. Okay, so these numbers that we're hearing have to do with what type of call it is.
No, it's all right. So, all right, Lieutenant Smith, I heard him key up. He's 2901.
Okay.
So instead of saying Lieutenant Smith, you say 2901. That belongs to him.
Okay, that's his number.
Yes.
Okay. I was saying car number, like it identifies you by your car, but everybody's identified by a number.
Yes.
Okay, so Lieutenant Smith has a number, Justin Smith has a number, you have a number?
Yes.
And what's your number out there?
I don't remember.
Thin male, black, blue jeans, and a plaid jacket.
Who was I talking to?
Martin.
You good right now? You got anything in your eyes? You found the
Who is that we could hear on the radio?
That was me.
That's you.
Yes.
Okay. And what are you saying on the radio there?
Southbound on Ross.
Okay. Is this after y'all found him?
Yes.
Who's that?
That's me.
Martin and all them are over there chasing them. Shit, you sprayed me too, but luckily you didn't get my eyes just on my eyebrow. Oh, stop his ass.
Is that what he says? I hope they stop his ass.
Hemphill.
I hope they stop his ass. They don't call for other cars because him and Martin chasing him.
Does Hemphill ever come to the second scene where Mr. Nichols is beat to death?
No, not while I was there.
Sure. I got you.
Who is this leaving?
I didn't hear.
Who is this leaving?
Haley.
Whose voice is that?
I don't know. I don't know.
what engine are you guys? 55. So that's 38, engine 55, just make a scene over here with me. If you're able to, bring the suspect up here. Partner pepper spray. Yeah, we were fighting the dude. I tased him and then we sprayed. Okay. I think they're fixing to bring him over here because they're further down there when he took off running.
I mean, you know,
I know.
So, did you call them?
Bro, you got, yeah, we called him.
But you the one that got sprayed? Yeah. Or was it for the patient?
It was for the suspect. Now,
Oh, okay.
no, we were on the ground and our partner said I'm spraying him. And she sprayed all of us.
So they took the patient away from bringing him back.
He took off running, they just got him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, y'all need us or I'm confused?
Well, one of the prongs did hit him with the tasers. I don't know if you guys need to take it out, look at it. I don't even know it's still out. Yeah. Just to cover our hands, we can stop you guys.
Okay. You got the suspect?
I can see who it is. Yeah, they got him down there. My partner pepper sprayed me and I tased the dude. 2938. Does the fire department need to come down to you or are you bringing it back down here? Alright. Yeah, just go down a couple streets, you should be able to see him.
Whose voice was that? Just going down here, or
Sound like Smith.
Smith.
Sound like-
We're at a fairly natural stopping place, Judge, but we can do one thing first. We can back this video up, take it off the full screen, because I'm told this may be the full screen that's distorting it, and just watch the first 2 minutes, just the traffic stop, smaller sort of version.
I was going to say before we do that, just for the record, when we don't watch the entire video, if we could put on the timestamp that it was stopped, I believe it was 2039, either 07 or 17.
All right.
We'll do that. We're make a note of those times, and we'll include that in the ultimate exhibit list of the jury. So we're not going to watch this whole thing, just the stop and smaller version, because we think that TV is distorting it when it goes full screen.
Aaron, do you want to just fast forward to the part to see if this smaller range is going to fix this whole thing?
Play that whole fucking video. Y'all tripping. Play. I just wanted to pause this really quick because I want to point out some things. Now, y'all heard when they first pulled up on scene, they gave over 71 conflicting commands. 71. It was counted by the DOJ. They counted it, and over 71 conflicted commands was given. So Tyre didn't know what the fuck to do. Yes, the sheriffs also got in trouble for this because they wasn't even supposed to be fucking over there. They're only supposed to cover unincorporated areas of Shelby County. So basically, areas that MPD basically don't patrol. That's the only areas that they're supposed to be in. They pulled up on this scene and then lied on the report and acted like they wasn't there. Sheriff Bonner called their asses out and sat there and told them my officers wasn't even supposed to be over there. So with that, your ass is gone. But the fact that they won't play the full thing is mind blowing to me. But anyway, sorry y'all. That part just I want to really point that out to people that they gave over 71 commands when they first encountered him.
Just make a note that we played that portion of the video, just for the record. Next video will be the poll cam that we haven't seen from the neighborhood. Yes. Wall Street. I'm told by our tech people that it's probably the laptop and they have a different one to use. I think maybe we'll watch this video real quick and then maybe we can switch out, take a quick break. If you can stop real quick. Mr. Mills, I told you there was actually a second poll cam in this neighborhood, is that correct?
Yes.
6705 Ross Ridge in this neighborhood?
Yes.
Okay. All right, now we're gonna watch it another time through and I'll point out something to you. Detective Mills. We're gonna look in this area here. We're gonna see a person. It appears to be Tyre Nichols. That does not appear to be a police car, does it?
No.
Still behind these cars. This does appear to be a police car, doesn't it? Or could you tell?
I can't tell. I just see the tail lights.
Individual is crouched down sort of between two cars.
Yes.
and then just walks away.
Yeah.
Did you drive down the street?
Yes.
Could that have even been your car, that second car?
Possibly.
Yeah, hard to tell.
Yeah, I can't tell.
If you were driving down the street, did you see Tyre Nichols over there in the yard or crouching down between those cars?
No.
If we could have a break, Your Honor, and switch laptops and hopefully have better quality when we come back.
Ladies and gentlemen, jury, we're going to take a brief recess. You can leave your notebooks in your chairs and continue not to speak about the case.
So we're on break. A quick break. I knew today was going to be rough with the videos and testimony. I knew today was going to be a hard one. But watching all of that again and hearing Preston say, I hope they stomp his ass out. That tells you that, yes, they had already planned on beating the shit out of Tyre when they caught up to him, simply because they didn't catch him the first time. He made them look like motherfucking fools because he was able to wiggle out of two, not one, but two officers. Then on top of that, you son of a bitches pepper sprayed your own fucking self. Hey, LFT. So, yeah, they were already pissed. Demetrius said it. He was pissed. Emmitt said it. He was pissed. All of them said it, that they were pissed off because he made them do their fucking job, basically. And it was already known in Memphis that if you run, it was an automatic ass whooping. It's just that was an unspoken thing among the citizens and MPD. Everybody knew if you ran, it was an automatic ass whooping. But when they pepper sprayed themselves and then the taser and all of that shit, that really set them overboard. And that's when they really, had it been anybody else, they would have kept on going. They wouldn't have wasted no time looking for him. If none of that shit would have happened, as far as like the pepper spray and all of this shit and making them look bad, I guarantee they wouldn't have spent 30 minutes looking for him. They wouldn't have. But because he embarrassed the fuck out of them, oh yeah, they had to get their pay back in. They had to. And the testimony that he's given, I couldn't watch it. That one, I don't know if y'all caught that because that stood out to me. When the DA asked him, so did you stop your coworkers? No. I turned away because I couldn't watch it. What? Wait a minute. If you turned away because you couldn't watch what the fuck they was doing to Tyre, what the fuck did you think was going to happen to y'all? If you couldn't stomach it, what did you think the public was going to say and do? You goddamn right we want y'all head on the platter. We want y'all to serve life. All of y'all, really. I'm pissed off that Emmitt was able to plead out, and he was one of the main aggressors. He was one of the main ones beating the shit out of Tyre, and he was able to plead out. And max of 15 years because he turned state witness. I don't know what the fuck our state DA was thinking or doing, or Steve Mulroy and them, and that's another thing. Steve, where the fuck your ass at? You was just on the news 2 weeks ago talking about how y'all got this trial in the bag. Where the fuck are you at? You are the head DA of this city. and of Western Tennessee. Where the fuck is your ass at? You left it to this assistant DA, and I'm sorry, this assistant DA ain't hitting on shit. I'm going to tell the truth, shame the devil. Everybody in this chat saw it yesterday, and we're seeing it today. This motherfucker has no passion. He's so monotone how he talks. He's very boring. He doesn't draw the jury in. He doesn't draw us in. All of us be sitting here and be like, what the fuck? Like the assistant DA they have on this trial right now. Hell, where the girl that I'll take her back instead. At least the girl kind of, she made us sympathize with Tyre mama yesterday. Your ass though, no sir, you're not hitting it. You're not getting it. You're not hitting it. No. That's the thing, Cash. That's how come they got caught up in Fed court. They didn't get caught up for violating people's rights. None of the main charges that was brought up in the Fed trial, they got convicted of. What they fucking got convicted of was lying and committing perjury on police reports. That's what they got convicted of. Only one of them, and I think it was Demetrius. I have to go back to my notes and look. I think Demetrius got hit with a additional charge, was convicted of additional charge besides the perjury. But they didn't get guilty on the main charges from the feds. Especially violating the civil rights of Tyre. No, they didn't. They said they were innocent. That's why I keep saying this state trial is very important, because this is the only trial where they getting charged with murder. In the Fed trial, they did not get charged with murder, because the feds doesn't take trials or cases that they can't win. And they knew they would have a hard ass fucking time trying to basically get a conviction for murder. So the feds hit them with the violation of rights, and then causing bodily harm, yada yada, things like that. It was bullshit charges. That's why the max for the two that pled out is 15 years. Now they did say possibly 20, but I don't even think they're gonna do 10. I'm gonna be honest. Because they're cooperating, yada yada, and y'all just heard earlier where they said they can get released on supervised release. So basically they serve no jail time and just be confined to the home or work, and that's it. Basically, Sunday, yes, this is the last shot for justice. This is all we have. Because next is the civil trial. The civil ain't going to bring us real justice. It's going to get money for the family, because I do believe they're going to get paid. Now, what they asked for, the $550 million, hell no, they're not getting it, because like I said, that'll bankrupt Memphis, and Memphis ain't going to let you bankrupt. I do think they're going to get a couple million, but 550, I don't see it. And that's why I said this trial is very important, and it's important that we do see this to the end and we get to justice. That's why I'm kind of pissy about this DA and this assistant DA, because I'm sorry. Let me in the courtroom. I can do a hell of a lot better job, and I ain't go to school for this shit. The fact that y'all did not hit on the topic of And I still think the DA dropped the ball on this, and I said it earlier. The fact that it was all over the news that we had young men running around here impersonating officers and robbing folks, and then y'all don't include that and sit here, these cops pull up in plain clothes with just a fucking sweatshirt that says police, unmarked car that has blue lights, not a regular MPD car, a blacked out car. And y'all immediately go to yank him out of his car with guns drawn. So why didn't the DA put that in the evidence? Because that would, to me, that would help the case a hell of a lot more. But it was never entered in the evidence. It was never talked about in the Fed trial. It was never talked about in none of the documents. Nobody. I think I'm the only one, me and Peek are the only ones who talked about it being on the news where we had young men running around here impersonating officers. We were the only ones. How the DA dropped the ball on that, I don't fucking know. Sunday, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck he doing. I don't know, but he ain't gonna win a trial like this. Like I said, bring the girl back. Whoever that girl was yesterday that was talking to Tyre mama, I prefer her. Bring her back. Now, real coat of bunnies, yeah. Not prostitution though. No. Don't be putting that out there that I slick be pimping cash. What the hell wrong with you? You got the feds knocking at my damn door. I don't know, Sunday. I just feel like that was a major piece of evidence that should have been admitted, but apparently everybody dropped the ball on that. Because I guarantee if that would have been admitted in the evidence, a lot of people would understand the circumstances a hell of a lot more. It wouldn't just be, oh, he ran from police. No. When you put it in context and you put it like how I just put it, it makes a hell of a lot more sense as to why he responded the way he did. But they've never mentioned this in court. They've never said that. All they said was he's scared for his life. No, say why he was scared for his life. Tell the truth. Explain why. Because y'all sat here and reported it on the motherfucking news that there was undercover cops or alleged undercover cops running around here robbing folks. Sunday, exactly. I need it. It lacks emotion to me. If it was your child, how would you? If it was your child, how would you present this case? And I'm not saying go off. You know what I'm saying? But if it was your child, how would you present the case? How would you want a different district attorney to present your child's case? And I still want to know what the fuck the jury is made up of. I still ain't found that out. Callie, you snoring like you worked 16 hours in somebody's warehouse. Where did you work last night? No damn where besides in this house. Oh no, I'm finna see. I'm finna see if one of the news stations said. Cash, I couldn't do it. I've been on the news with that one. I'm telling y'all now, I would have been on the news. You know what I find really fucked up though? Mills would sit here and say how he turned away and he couldn't watch the beating. But you do know Mills was the one who was beating him with a baton, right? Y'all do know that, right? Mills, the one who's testifying right now, sat here and said he had to turn away because he couldn't watch them beating him. But he was the one who beat Tyre with a baton. Just keep that in mind. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so while Mills is trying to portray he's this good dude, and Mills is the one who struck him with the baton. Yes. No, I want to know Tyre Nichols State Trial. So, and I didn't even know the prosecutor's name. Lord have mercy. His name is Paul Hagerman. The DA that's up there. They will not, nobody will say the makeup of the jury. They just keep saying they're out of Hamilton County. Fuck that. I want to know what race they are. Y'all could at least say that shit. Ain't nobody finna look for these folks. Well, I'm not anyway. Yeah, they're keeping that hush hush. They really are. They just keep saying that the jury is out of Hamilton County. Even with the Fed trial, they at least gave us the makeup, like, 2 blacks, 6 whites. I guess while we on break, I'll read this to y'all really quick. So, this is from the New York Times. State prosecutors, hold on, I need to get my damn glasses. Y'all know I'm blind. Really, I'm not blind. I got 20/20 vision. It's just my eyes dart back and forth. State prosecutors took their own case to trial on Monday against 3 former MPD officers who fatally beat Tyre Nichols, aiming to secure murder conviction after jurors in a separate federal trial delivered a mixed verdict last fall. In many ways, the state trial will resemble the one that played out in Fed court. It will focus heavily on the surveillance and body cam footage that captured the officers beating Mr. Nichols after he tried to flee a traffic stop on foot in January 2023. The trial will also consider whether the 3 defendants acted in accordance with their police training. But on the first day of proceedings in the stuffy Memphis courtroom, I knew, oh shit, you motherfuckers. But on the first day of proceedings in the stuffy Memphis courtroom, there were some notable differences, including testimony from Nichols' mother, Rovon Wells. Oh, and I spelled her name wrong yesterday. I wasn't trying to. My son was beaten to a pulp, Miss Wells said, her voice shaking.
You can resume this question.
We're going to watch next the poll camera from the scene of the meeting.
Mr. Mills, while he's asking you questions, I know you may be facing this direction, but if you can just make sure your voice is loud so that the jury can hear your answers.
Yes, Your Honor.
Who are the 2 officers on top of them right now?
Bean and Smith.
Because and Smith, I think, as we said before, you can tell by the white soled shoes. Is that right?
Yes.
Who is this officer walking up?
Martin.
Were you able to see that kick to the head where you were
When I was there?
when you were there?
No.
Where are you in this right now?
I'm far. I'm on the other side of that car, far away. Not far away.
Sort of off stage, right?
Yes.
Were you able to see that second kick from the head from where you were that night?
No.
We go in order. It's Martin, Bean, and then Smith, right?
Yes.
Who's that?
That's me.
You see if you stop it. We see you go like this.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I just opened my baton.
Okay, this is one of those collapsible type batons.
Yes.
So you go like this, it extends.
Yes.
Can you tell, if you stop here, can you tell here? Martin's back to us, is that correct?
Yes.
On the far right, is that Smith?
Yes.
In the middle, Bean?
Yes.
Far left, you?
Yes.
And Mr. Nichols, like you said, half on the ground?
Yes.
Stop it here. You're back to us, is that correct?
Yes.
Left with the shoes is Smith
Yes.
on Tyre's left side.
I can't see Tyre's left side, but I can see right here, left of
You
me.
can see Smith
Yes.
on the right Bean, is that correct? We can play it a little more.
Yes, please. Okay, yes.
Okay, so left side of Tyre Smith, right side Bean, and we stop this mid punch by Emmitt Martin. Is that correct?
Yes.
You have exited again to the right. Is that right?
Yes.
Where Martin and Smith and Bean.
They're still with Mr. Nichols.
Who's this man running in?
Oh, I don't know.
The man that just kicked him, could you tell?
That was a little blurred with that Haley.
Okay. We'll see some body cams later. So if you can't tell who the first kick or the second kick was from, you can just say that.
Okay.
So we saw one man run in and kick him.
Yes.
Could you tell who that was?
That was Haley.
Okay. And we saw another man kick him after Haley did. Could you tell who that was?
Martin.
Who's this dragging him over to the car?
Smith. Is it Smith? Yeah, Smith.
See this person with his phone out?
Yes,
Who's that?
that's Haley.
Did you become aware that Haley took a picture of Tyre Nichols with his phone when he was propped up against that car?
You said if I was aware?
Did you become aware of that?
Yes.
Did you also become aware that he sent it to people?
Yes, found out later.
We'll stop this here at 2040-38. And we are going to watch next your body cam, Detective Mills. Going to go through that period where the sound doesn't turn on for like a minute.
Yes.
What fruit is this? What fruit is this? What fruit? Cascade Lake. We're up in Cascade Lake. What the fuck is that? You weren't here today. You might get sprayed in. What's up? What's up? Spray ass again.
You're the one spraying, is that right?
Yes. Yes.
You sprayed yourself at this point?
Yes.
What did we just see right there, Texas Mills? Did you see that?
No. Can you rewind it or?
Yeah, we rewind it for a second. Rewind it just a bit.
What's up? Spray ass again. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
What was that? Detective Martin took off his body and threw on the ground.
Could be a body worn camera.
Okay.
Could be.
Let me stop here for a second. Please stop. You said, so I don't want to misquote, but something to the effect of, or did you say?
Your Honor, out of the rule of completeness, I'm gonna ask that, but because at this point, the narration, is we need to approach out, because it's gonna be a slight speaking objection, but the video needs to play, and then he can come back and ask his questions, is how it's normally done. And right now, I would ask the court to allow him, to allow it to play to a certain point, and then come back, because it's not giving the video the weight of what it should be given, or the effect of what it should do.
Well, I mean, with regard to the video, I mean, it's being admitted into evidence. So if you're wanting to play the video in its entirety during your cross-examination,
Yes, sir.
then I'll allow you to do so. But during the direct examination, I'll allow him to ask questions with portions that he wants to direct on.
Yes, sir.
Maybe approach on something I'd like to bring to the court's attention.
All right.
Just briefly, Your Honor.
And that's the fuck shit I was talking about. His ass, that motherfucking lawyer's gonna be a fucking problem. that motherfucker there is gonna be a fucking problem. Yesterday, the defense came with their own motherfucking video, an AI generated video, and basically just had one cop. Not 5, not 6, just one. Show the motherfucking video and ask the questions. Because you're doing too much. Y'all just don't want this shit shown. Y'all don't want the truth out there that y'all fucking targeted and beat the shit out of a man and killed him. I understand it's the defense job. I get that. But you defending motherfuckers that shouldn't even be defended. Let it be my black ass or anybody else in this motherfucking city that did that, and we would be under the jail.
And my questions are going to be, whose voice is that? Okay.
Okay. That voice?
Whose voice is that?
Martin.
Okay.
Shit.
Whose voice is that?
Me.
Whose voice was that?
It's more than one. But got it.
Okay. Whose voice was him?
Can
Your Honor,
you replay it?
exactly what I addressed. That's inappropriate.
I mean,
Objection.
if he knows who said it.
Does Mr. Hagerman know or the witness? Because
Well, that-
Mr.
that's-
Hagerman is who just testified.
Well, then I guess the question is, or the objection to a leading question, or is it objection to what?
Objection, leading, suggesting an answer.
I assume who?
So you can ask if he has knowledge of who made the statement. If he says that he has knowledge of who made the statement, then
I'm sorry, Your Honor, the records will reflect that out of Mr. Hagerman's mouth came the word hitting. That's what my objection is to.
all right, if you can rephrase your question.
We can rewind it. Yeah, my question is, who says that?
Okay.
Shit.
So who said that?
Sound like I would say Martin and Smith.
Ross and Castleton. We are east of the intersection.
Who said the location?
That was me.
Right here. 230. Activate. You can get there from Ross and Castleton. Yeah. Let me get my car quick. You been all right? Excuse me. I got a hose I use, a water hose. Oh, okay. No problem. Yeah. A little bit still. I got it. I got one. What's wrong with you? Bro, I seen him. When he turned around, I said, look, he took my snatched him off. Hey, I'm sorry, that shit didn't know. Yeah, I'm good. That's not well, y'all want him to bring him down? No, bring him down here. Bring him down there. Oh, hell no. There we go. Watch this. What? He saw him like his face. He his face. But that's it. Yeah, it's I know. I see
Who's that talking?
Martin.
Hey, sit up, bro.
Who's that?
That's Bean.
Who's that?
Smith.
Who are those people attending to Mr. Nichols?
That's the paramedics.
You know they Mark? I ain't getting no explanation.
Who said that? Did you hear what that man said?
Can you rewind a little bit? What word do you want me?
Yeah. All right, right there. Who says that?
Smith.
What does that mean?
He was punching him.
What did he call it?
He said pieces, some pieces.
What does pieces mean?
Meaning a lot of punches, more than one punch.
Okay.
You know they Mark? I ain't getting no explanation.
Who said that right there?
That was Martin.
What did he say?
He's hitting them with straight haymakers.
What's a haymaker?
That's like a one-hit quitter punch.
Like a big one.
Yeah, a big one.
Like the thuds you heard?
Yes.
Who says that?
Martin.
What does he say?
He said he was rocking him.
What does he mean by rocking?
Punching him with the haymakers.
Who says that?
Smith.
What was he saying?
He said I jumped in, started rocking.
If you stop there, was that Defendant Smith?
Yes.
Saying something about you got that face thing you do?
Yes.
What's he talking about?
I think he's referring to I think Shelby County have a system when they can take a picture of the face and identify someone. I'm not positive, but I think that's what he's referring to.
Okay. Or I don't know either.
Oh, I think
Could
that's
it possibly be referring to some sort of medical thing for the paramedics or no?
no, I think it's I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Fair enough. Who is that?
Lieutenant Smith.
Who's talking there to Lieutenant Smith?
That's Haley.
Who said that?
Rewind that.
Excuse me.
Can you rewind it, please, a little bit? Just.
You know they Mark? I ain't getting no explanation.
I know, who said that? You hear that?
Which
Bean was rocking.
that was Smith.
Your Honor, it's ask and answer. His narration is going over and over. And I don't have an issue with the question. We're gonna play the video as well, but he's narrating, trying to get to he's leading him to the answers that he wants out of him. The witness has indicated an answer to all these questions twice now.
Actually, it wasn't asked. Have a list. Have a list.
Specifically, Your Honor, the caption, the word said was haymakers, and then what looks like to be Bean saying he's eating them. That's the third time we've watched it in the last 45 seconds. I don't know how they're rewinding it so fast, but if one didn't know better, we would actually think this is just one big long conversation. So it goes to the ask and answer objection. I've heard the same clip 3 times now in the last 45 seconds.
I mean, it is, if we're going over new information, I'll allow you to go over new information, but if we can just make sure we're going over new information.
It was a witness who wanted to answer the question.
That was Haley.
And who just said that?
The swung and hit me part?
Yeah.
That was Martin.
Who says that?
Haley.
Yeah. 125-60-8752.
Who's that talking?
Haley.
Who's that talking?
Haley.
Judge, I'm just thinking about the record in the future. This video is asking who's saying what as a timestamp on it. And when you read a transcript of this, the question is going to be, who said that? And there's going to be a name answer generally, or I don't know. But there's no timestamp. Nobody reading the transcript will be able to know what they're talking about. And I would ask that when someone's questioned about the videotape, that the timestamp be mentioned and included in the question.
All right, if you can include that, Mr. Hager.
For the record, that was 2045-38.
Hey, I'm at, you said water. Ma'am? Excuse me, do you have a water hose I can use? It's connected, right? Okay. Oh, they got a water hose, right? Yes, please.
I got it now. My kids were like, the house is split up. Where mom? There's
We the guy driving onto the traffic and stuff, and he got up, started fighting. Yes, ma'am, we text him all the time.
just know it's, wow. So he's like, where is he? In the house?
Oh, he's up there, man.
He was walking.
No, he was driving, I'll come driving.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Now, who's that talking to the woman there?
That's me.
And what did you say to her?
That he was driving to oncoming traffic.
Now, did you see that?
No, I was going off what Martin told me.
Timestamp is 20:46:53.
Oh, yeah, right? Is Tyler somewhere?
Tyler's right there by him.
Thank you very much. This is brother. No, we citywide. Yeah. I will ask him. Hey, Martin. 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 Okay. Right here. My partner lady. Oh, no, thank you. I'm going to use that one now. Thank you. Yeah, I got it. Merciful. Thank you.
That's Martin.
Wait, what's the timestamp on it?
2049:51 or 2. On the camera now is 2049:56 or 8. 6, and whose picture? Mr. Mills?
That's Martin.
That's Martin. What did Mr. Martin just do?
He signaled to me to take off my camera and come talk to him.
What was that signal?
Just pointing to his body, well, where the body camera would be.
Okay.
And just
So what does that signal mean?
take it off. I got something to tell you.
To take your body camera off?
Yes.
And that timestamp is 20:50:00. What did he tell you that you knows?
That conversation, I kept asking him what happened on the traffic stop, why you stopped him, did you find anything, and how we get here. How we get to where we at right at that time.
Gotcha. Did he ever explain to you how they got there in terms of him hitting Tyre?
He said that he told me the traffic stop, swerving oncoming traffic. He said he stopped him, got cars fighting him. He told me he was pulling on his gun, and I think he told me like all three, him, Haley, and Hemphill was laying on him, and I think he said he Mr. Nichols pushed him off of them and took off running. He told me it was pepper sprayed and tased all over there.
Okay. But did he tell you anything about what happened there at
No,
Castlegate?
no. Everything he was telling me from the original traffic stop.
Okay. Whose voice was that in 2054 asking, he all right?
That was Smith.
Mr. Nichols. Mr. Nichols. Yeah, he responded to that. Yeah, he responded to that after, what, 15 seconds to go to settle room. Get up. Mr. Nichols. Hey, I need you to talk to me.
Who says that in 2056-41 his oxygen may be low?
Smith.
Yeah. Yes. 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 Look, okay. Sorry. That's right. Sorry. Sorry, what? Yes. What's wrong with that?
At this point, do you walk away with Lieutenant Smith to go to the father's house?
Yes.
We're gonna stop the video at 2057. I think that's a 39. And for the record, that's where we'll stop Mr. Mills's body worn camera. Next, Mr. Mills is, I'm gonna try not to ask any questions during this one, just let it play. This will be your body worn camera audio synced up with the poll camera.
Okay.
Okay, so we will actually be able to see for the first time and hear the incident from Castleberry.
Okay.
What food is this? What food is this? What food? Can I get ready? What? Can I get ready? You want this? What is it?
Give me a motherfucking hands. I'm gonna talk the fuck out of you. Get the fuck in here. Watch out. Watch out. Give me the hand. Give us the hand. Give us the hand. What's it? Give me a fucking hand. Ross and Casualty. We are east of the intersection. You can get there from Ross and Casualty. Yeah. All right, let me get my car quick. You been all right?
Stop that now at 20:38:13. We have two, and then one real short video left, Your Honor.
Okay.
We're gonna watch next Bean's, Lieutenant Bean's body worn camera. To remind the jury, who is Bean in the car with?
Me.
stop it here at 20:33:55. So the camera remains on the ground. We're going to fast forward it to 20:39. Go ahead. This is just on 20:38:19.
Come on, look. He cut here, he cut the track. Man, I got some camera.
Does Paul need to come down to you, or are you bringing it back down here?
Bring him down here.
Are you looking for the glasses, bro?
Y'all see the man?
I'm not bringing it, man. Hell.
I said, real, I see that. What? My leg.
Hey, he took our running, so I said, what did they say, bro? What else? Right here. He was running through the yard, bro. This one I got. I said, he said that we went through there. Y'all said ball head, though. But then he started running. He started you about his face. He about his face.
I know. I see y'all see you that run. Somebody fuck my leg, bro. I know.
When y'all seen that boy running, bro, come on, man. I heard no more. He got it. Hey, sit up, bro. Sit up, man. What the fuck wrong with my radio, bro? Shit. My shit off the sound like a moment. Where's my light go, bro?
All right, this is 20:42:17. Stop it here. Since we played yours synced with the actual incident, we'll play Mr. Bean synced with the actual incident.
Get your hand. Give me your hand. Turn around. Lay your back. Lay your back. Lay your back.
We can stop that here at 2038-19. And there's just one more video. Should be from Blake's body cam.
From whose body cam?
Blake's, it's not a name we've heard yet in this trial. This will be from later on in this. Can you stop for a second? Oops. I was gonna read out the timestamps. Right there at 20, 36, 17, 18. Who is that kicking, Mr. Nichols?
They're like Haley.
And there at 20, 36, 21, 20. Who is that kicking, Mr.
Martin.
And I guess we can show that stop for the record at 20, 36, 21. You watched a lot of videos.
Yes.
During any of those videos, did you ever say, stop?
No.
Should you?
Yes.
Did you hit Mr. Nichols with your baton?
Yes.
Should you have?
No.
Did you react out of anger?
Yes.
Afterwards, did you lie about it?
Yes.
That's all my questions, Judge.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, the jury, your lunch has arrived. This will be a good breaking point for the defense starts their cross-examination. So we're going to go ahead and excuse the juror at this time.
Juror.
Yeah, that's those videos are hard to watch. Even they have played in my head so many times, and it's still hard to watch this shit. It is. It's hard to watch 5 officers gang up on a lanky young man. Watch them beat the shit out of him, torture him, hit him with batons, kicks to the head, stand him up, hit him some more, all in the name of you're trying to put handcuffs on him. Then when EMTs arrived, you saw what happened. The motherfuckers, Mr. Nichols. Nobody on scene had any urgency to get him help. Nobody. Not one person. not the lieutenant that was able to quietly resign and take his pension. That should have been fired. He really should have been charged because he also conspired to cover up this. He filled out, it's all in the Fed documents, that Lieutenant Smith filled out the use of force forms and approved it and said it was necessary. He got away. Preston Hemphill, the white boy, the white cop, he got away with his fuck shit. He was able to resign, probably went to another city, South Haven, Horn Lake, probably went down there to go, be a cop somewhere else. There was also 2 other officers on scene that they quietly let go. They didn't charge them, they just let them go, because I covered that too. There was a total of 7 officers on that scene, and that doesn't include the lieutenant, so 8. And every time I watch these videos, it drains me mentally. Hey, Shorty. To hear him cry out for his mama, it's a mind fuck. It is. And I'm about to cry. Lord have mercy. I knew today was going to be rough, though. When I called Pika this morning, I said today is going to be a long-ass day because we got witness testimony today. And I told her, I said, I'm already drained from yesterday. Yesterday, just hearing the defense and their opening arguments and statements, I was like, what the fuck? They changed everything to fit their narrative. Just to get these folks off of murder charges. The video don't lie. None of the videos lied. The sky cam doesn't lie. The body cams don't lie. When you're beating somebody so fucking hard that you make your own body cam fall off, you gloat and you brag about it on camera, like Vic said. You sitting here just talking regular smuggler, thinking nothing is going to happen, thinking that nobody's going to check y'all on y'all shit. Yeah, I was throwing haymakers at his ass. I had to give him the pieces. Y'all were too comfortable. Way too comfortable. And the main motherfuckers that actually did majority of the beatings fucking pled and getting a sweet deal from the state and feds for cooperating. That's why I said Mills got a lot of motherfucking nerve to sit on that motherfucking witness stand and sit here and say, I couldn't watch the beating no more. But you beat him with a fucking baton. And how many times did you hit him? His mama sitting in that courtroom watching this. His mama has to relive this until she can get some form of justice. And I pray to God that this jury comes back with the guilty verdict. I really do. I pray to God they come back with a guilty verdict on the 2nd-degree murder. But only Derek Chauvin was really the only one that's ever been charged. And hell, they're talking about pardoning his ass. So there's that. This is why it's important that we have oversight with our law enforcement. This is why it's important that our community leaders are hand in hand with our law enforcement and know how to deal with these people. This is why it's important to sit here and cover this case so we can teach the next cops that's coming up, don't do this. Have compassion, have some mercy. It'd be different if Tyre would have did the shit that whatchamacallit did. The boy that, hell, I can't even think of his name right now. The one who took police on a high-speed chase through 4 counties, damn near killed constables and all type of shit, and they beat the shit out of him. That's different. How many lives did he put in danger? Tyre put how many lives in danger by running away? He didn't flee. He didn't flee in a car. He didn't do none of that. So what lives did he put in danger? He never reached for y'all's gun. And I really wanted the prosecution to ask, when did Tyre reach for y'all's gun? Because y'all claimed it in those reports multiple times. Right, Sunday. If he would have any of that, I could understand beating his ass. You know what I'm saying? But that didn't happen. Y'all pulled him over on a bogus ass fucking stop to begin with. Because once again, your own police chief came out and said there was no reason for the stop to begin with because she saw no driving infractions committed. So what you found in the car was really null and void. The reason why you beat him was null and void. All of this could have been avoided if one of those cops just would have stepped up and said, stop. We've proved a point. But no. You had to beat him once you had him on the ground. You had to stand him up and beat him some more. And so y'all could hit him with batons and all type of shit. Y'all took it too fucking far. And you think because you're mentioning your kids on the stand that I'm supposed to have mercy for them? And this is going to sound so fucked up and so disrespectful, but I stand on it 100%. Fuck your kids. How about that? Were you thinking about your motherfucking kids before you did that stupid ass shit? No. So why should I have any empathy or sympathy for your kids and them growing up without their daddy? Please tell me why. I pray for their kids. I really do. And I don't mean that like fuck they kids, but I'm saying as far as like y'all trying to say, oh, well, I got kids too and I need to be home. No, fuck that. Fuck them. Fuck all of that. You wasn't thinking about them. You were being selfish because you was mad. So now your kid's going to have to live without you as far as I'm concerned. As far as I'm concerned, they better get ready because they need, 50 to life is what I really want to see. You had no empathy, sympathy, compassion, or mercy for Tyre or his family or his child. But we're supposed to have some for y'all because y'all got kids and y'all go out and serve and beat the shit out of people every day. Get the fuck out of here. Miss me with that bullshit. Anyway. So with that being said, I'll be coming back with part 2 after lunch because I'm not going to stay here on here. I need to get some calls done and shit for work anyway. So Lunch is usually about an hour. So we should be back around 1:30ish Central Standard Time. So I will see y'all then. Just get prepared because it's only going to get worse. You got more people testifying. So, and fuck all three of them folks. That's Justin on the far right. That's Tadarrius right there with that big ass peanut head. And that's Demetrius with that scruffy ass hair and beard. So, I can't wait till the motherfucking smiles get wiped off of their face. Anyway, I'll see y'all in a little while. We will be back for part 2 of day 2 testimonies. I need to get myself together too. So I'll see y'all in a little while. Bye, y'all.